If you ever wondered if you should start with home cleaning or commercial cleaning or even pursue commercial cleaning, then stay to the end of this video because I'm going to share with you what to expect when you either go to house or commercial cleaning. Hello, it's Chanique here, the cleaning boss, helping you new and inspiring entrepreneurs start and grow your cleaning business. So if you want to know everything sales, productivity, and marketing, then be sure to subscribe. And you ever want to go deep in the conversations and information that I go through in this video, then be sure to check the links in my description box because it'll help with the resources, coaching, and tools to help you start and grow your cleaning business. This video is based on a very quick and simple question I got in my comment box below. So be sure to ask your questions in the comment box and I'll try my best to create a video to answer it. So I'm going to break down what essentially you want to expect whether you are starting out in your cleaning business and you want to start with house or commercial. I know you've probably searched tons of videos here on YouTube kind of breaking down the immense income opportunities that you can have when having a cleaning business. However, is it smart to start with houses or should you just go into commercial since you get a lot of money? But I'm going to break down the reality of having a starting and cleaning business and which one you should go into based on your realistic starting point. And in order for me to best explain it based on my experience so far as having my own cleaning business, I'm going to break it down in 3 categories. What to expect when you are staffing, when it's between house or commercial, when you are also expecting revenue, cash flow, and things of that nature, what to expect between the two, and depending on your startup capital, how much money you have to start with. When it comes to staffing and kind of anticipating which one to go into, when it comes to whether or not it's easy to staff for house cleaning or commercial cleaning, to be very honest with you, it's a difficult journey. Doesn't matter if you are staffing for house or for commercial. When it comes to starting a cleaning business, you want to consider whether you want to start it with employee or subcontractors. Again, it's going to also be considered on the starting capital that you have. It's a bit more expensive to withhold employees because typically you have to pay for insurance, WISB, as well as potentially giving them benefits. So it's harder to sustain them in regards to the financial aspect. But when the benefits of having an employee is that you can train them more and have more hands-on, not to say control, but with flexibility in how you train them as your specific help, support, human resource, essentially. When it comes to subcontractor, it's a lot more financially efficient because you don't have to worry about insurance because they would have their own insurance or they're just covered in that way, as well as independent contractors. You don't have to worry about taking out their tax or having to do the payroll in that way. You will just pay them via invoice. Now, when it comes to house and commercial, again, like I said, staffing both is going to be a challenge in itself. To find subcontractor for homes and subcontract for commercials, you just have to go through the process of hiring out, onboarding, and training them. And here's a pro tip when considering hiring either employees or a contractor. You want to think about the training process. So like I said, when you're dealing with employees, you get more of a flexibility and control on how you build them up as an employee, as an individual for your specific company versus subcontractors. So with my company, I typically go for the subcontractor route. Obviously, starting out, it's financially more affordable. So when it comes to onboarding or training for subcontractors, you technically don't train subcontractor, which is also the reason why there's a benefit, because you could onboard them a lot more faster and get them into doing a job, and they will have their training and they train their own staff in that way when you subcontract your jobs. So when I onboard my contractor, I use a platform called Connect Team, where it makes the onboarding process very easy and quick. Connect Team is an all-in-one platform in which you can schedule and time track employee, as well as being able to train and onboard your staff. Within our onboarding process, we're able to make customized checklists, forms, as well as giving them all the information and tools to make sure that they're successful for the jobs, especially because they can log into the app and get all the information right at the tip of their fingers. So with Connect Team, they're able to have all the professional information, making sure that they're always up to date. Should they forget anything, or we have to let them know about the processes or checklists or tasks that they are missing, we can simply direct them to the app so that we don't have to continue to repeat the same thing over and over again. And just recently, we updated onboarding guide. We love the fact that we can, one, use the templates that's already there. And that's what we did. We used the templates that's already provided in Connect Team to give us an idea of how we want to onboard each of our subcontractors. From there, we were able to customize each of the guide based on our vision and mission. Being able to have this onboarding guide really eliminates the time that I may have to take onboarding and actually doing a video call with each and every one of our onboarding providers. This way I can just send them to the app, have them complete. I get to see how much they've completed and whether they've completed all the sessions in the guides. It is always our job to make sure that we're vetting out the most professional companies in our business. Therefore, whether you're going for a home cleaning or commercial cleaning, you want to make sure that you're building up a very professional team, making sure that everyone knows what to do so that they are providing the best service for your clients. And it's completely free to use when you have 10 users or less. On top of that, when you grow a Connect Team, you are able to have one-on-one support. So be sure to have Connect Team a part of your business operations today. Check out the exclusive link in my description box below and try it out free today. Whether you start with home cleaning or commercial cleaning, your capital is going to play a huge role on which one you start with. And having a large capital is obviously more beneficial, but can you start a cleaning business with just $0? You can. Now, starting a business with $0 versus running a business with $0 are two different things. With experience, you do need to understand that cash flow is important. Now, when it comes to home cleaning, your cash flow runs a bit faster than it would be with starting with commercial. And the reason is because majority of the time when you have commercial clean, unless you have post-construction or deep cleans one-off and they pay you right away, typically when it comes to commercial, you have to get paid based on their payroll. So that may be you are going to get paid 15 days, 30 days, and sometimes months after the invoicing is made. Therefore, if you don't already have capital in your bank account, it's going to be very hard for you to pay out employees if you solely start with commercial. So that's also going to consider whether you're going to be doing the cleaning or not. So if you're doing the cleaning, starting out with commercial and getting obviously lagging of payment is okay for you should you have a part-time job or not something that you are desperately committed on and that income. Therefore, in contrast, starting with home cleaning, typically people that want a home cleaning may want it even the same day, the next day or within the week, and they pay you on that same day or sometimes even before. So you have a more consistent cash flow in that way. You don't have good enough income to keep up your professionalism, background operations, it's going to be a lot harder to sustain and keep higher end commercials. Now, if you are starting with a high capital, maybe you got a grant, maybe you're taking out a loan, and for whatever reason, that's another video on what I suggest with that. I personally started out with my own income and I was making anywhere from $0 to $500 in my business and working my way up. But if you do have a large capital starting out, then you are free to start with home or commercial because you can afford more of a higher end commercial equipment. You're able to pay employees or yourself or have a grace period to take 30 days to 3 months to get paid. You don't have to worry about that. So you need to consider all those aspects in regards to the cash flow you expect versus house cleaning and commercial cleaning. Hopefully that makes sense. But again, if you have any questions and clarity, just leave your questions down in the description box below. Now, revenue opportunity and cash flow. So I kind of talked a lot about that in the previous point in connection to your startup capital, what to expect, what you can actually afford when you're starting out. Now, what is the opportunity, the revenue opportunity when it comes to house cleaning versus commercial cleaning? I think there's a really ignorant or vague misconception that you should go to office cleaning because it's so much better than house cleaning. I know house cleaning companies that make just as much as a commercial cleaning company. Obviously, the level of how many recurring jobs you need in a house cleaning tends to obviously be more versus 15 commercial clients may be the same as 30 or 40 house cleaning clients. So you can make the same amount of money. Also, keep in mind, revenue is different from your profit. I typically see a higher profit margin in house cleaning than in commercial cleaning. Okay? So that's also something that you want to consider. And I think a lot of new people coming on and watching all these YouTube videos or just seeing the $1 million business and not understanding that that's $1 million in revenue. You have no idea how much profit they're taking in. You don't know how much background operation it takes. So you as an individual have to understand that running a house cleaning company and running a commercial cleaning company or a hybrid all takes different skills and attention in different ways. So you would obviously have to grow as individuals to see what makes sense and what you prefer. Because I've known people that started it with home, didn't like it, and stayed with commercial. And I know people that prefer their house cleaning business and love the fact that you get to be more personal with your clientele. And that's also what you need to consider on what avenue you will take versus a house or commercial clean. Now, I hope that helps you in regards to what to consider starting with house or commercial. So you don't have to start with house if you want to just go for commercial, but you do have to consider your startup costs, how much you can invest in every month, because when it comes to commercial, you're typically going to be leaning on your paid advertisement, making sure you have a website. So those things you want to invest in, or even doing the cold calling, the time you could invest in as well. And then when it comes to house cleaning, how comfortable are you with possibly doing the cleaning or dealing with clients? Especially it could be a little more tougher since house cleaning is more detailed and people that are owning their homes are more particular about their house. So that's something you consider, okay? If you have any questions, again, regarding this video or anything else, just leave the comment down below. I always do my best to respond, especially the day of uploading. And then if it's a really good question, I'll just make a video on it like this one. You can definitely follow me on TikTok because I share more of my advice and tips, more real time, especially just being more real, because you obviously know that how you show up on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram are all different. And I do have an Instagram as well if you're not on the TikTok platform. All right, so I'll see you guys next week. So thank you so much for subscribing, and I'll see you